Food Court.
The movie podcast and Twitch stream where Sean
and John
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
That's right.
With our new co-host. We used to call him special guest, but he's not special anymore. He's just a regular, boring, disgusting schlub like us. Just the three uggos just hanging out on the internet talking about films.
I am sick. I'm sick.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Good to be here. It's good to be a host. I finally earned my place amongst the stars.
We made you work pretty hard.
Yeah,
if you were behind the scenes of this episode, you would see how much torture Michael has gone through. And I feel like you deserve it, Michael.
Yes.
You are evil. You're inherently evil, and you need to be flagellated.
Despite my race, I am evil. Don't be fooled. I know you think,
which race?
You're the only black guy who deserves it.
Yeah. Because I'm half.
He's
white.
one of the bad ones.
All the injustice being done to the black community, you're the only one that's like, tase him again.
Oh my God.
Get Michael. No, he's a great guy and we love him. We're so glad to have him. More importantly,
Thank you.
John, welcome. How are you?
I've been out collecting taxes, y'all.
Really?
Yeah. How'd it
I've been out
go?
collecting taxes.
Hey, Vato, give me those taxes.
You guys don't know this, but to prepare for tax collector, I actually cauliflowered my own ears. Had my entire torso tatted up.
Wow. Just to
with
see
religious effigies.
Before we get too deep, you are referencing the literal actual tattoos that Shia LaBeouf got for this movie, correct?
I am, in fact, referencing what an actual madman actor, Shia LaBeouf, got. Michael, you don't know this.
No, I don't know this.
He got those tattoos for real.
Are you serious? His whole body.
His whole body.
This is the picture I have in my head. It's like 10 years from now, and he's in a bed with a lady that he just met, and he's like, and she's like, "Ooh, I love these tattoos," and he's like, "Yeah, you might remember this movie, The Tax Collector," and she's like, "What? What movie?"
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a pretty big VOD release during the pandemic.
It was number
Early
2.
access.
It was number 2.
For a week.
Behind the third Bill and Ted movie.
Yeah. So, is it very good?
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's wild.
In case you haven't figured it out, we watched The Tax Collector.
Yes.
Michael, I'm not interrupting you anymore. What were you going to say?
No, I'm just saying, I wanted to bring up there's some confusion whether it's tax collector or the tax collector.
Yes.
Even IMDb is confused.
IMDb has no clue.
I guess where do you guys sit on articles?
Ooh.
Do you like articles, or do you like the simplification of language and just want to punt all of the uhs, ands, and thes?
Articles are why I read Playboy. So, just the thes.
I like most of them, except for like the Articles of Confederation.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, real bad.
That's the only. Your joke was better. Let's move on.
I like.
To be fair, if we didn't have the Articles of Confederation, we might still have slavery.
Yeah.
I mean, America probably would have just been like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
Okay, and
this is a bold new stance
take.
by Food Court.
Hot take.
Hot take. What if?
What if we brought it back?
If you're listening, please take note that Michael is at least 53% black, so he's allowed to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember talking to, I don't want to say it's my grandparents, but it was probably my grandparents trying to tell me that slaves had it better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Then they're like, up in Chicago, it was cold. So they were free, but they were cold. They were freezing.
God.
I think this is a sadly not that unpopular opinion. Like, I've heard this from people on TV who are just like, well, I mean, this is Fox TV, so it's not real TV, but it is like, I mean, they got small houses. They got all the chitlins they could eat. I mean, it's really a great time back in the old days. But we saw Tax Collector.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember, but we did watch this movie called The Tax Collector.
Yes,
you are no longer our guest, but you must do the plot. Michael, what the fuck happened in this movie?
Am I always going to be the plot guy?
Oh, shit.
We should think about this.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's think about it live on the
Ask the chat.
Yeah, hey chat. Should I always do the plot? Well, I guess you'll tell me after I do the plot.
Chat. The lady named Chat.
Yay, chat. Okay, here's the plot. I was instantly forgetting the movie as it played before my eyes, so I'm going to try to tell you. Okay, it starts really cheesy graphics that are really not that good, and you're like, what's going on? Not that that's important. But okay, I don't remember David, the main character.
Yes.
I remember his name's David. He has a family. He's loving his life. You're like, oh, this is a good dad. He's a good fucking husband. But he's not. He's actually a tax collector for a cartel mob type situation. And they work for a guy named Wizard, who you don't know is his dad at first, I think, but then you find out that's his
Spoiler alert.
fucking dad. Oh yeah, spoilers. Sorry.
That's his dad.
Hate to ruin the.
No, it's okay.
Movie.
This is one of those films that if you decided not to watch it before the episode, we're going to spoil the only meaningful moments of the movie.
Yeah.
However, this is a movie devoid of meaning.
And may I furthermore say, if you haven't watched this movie, do not pay for it. If you want to steal it, that is perfectly fine. Steal it as much as you want, but do not pay to see this movie.
No.
I'm going to let Michael finish this summary, but I'm also going to state that not only did I not rent this, I purchased it. God help me.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Well, it's tough because it's $6.99 to rent it or $14.99, which it's like, well, I might as well just buy this thing. I didn't buy it, but some people might. I was very upset. I thought it was just on Amazon. I was like, oh, fuck. And then I bought it. Anyway.
Sorry, Michael.
I didn't buy it. I rented it. Anyways. Okay, so David meets up with his buddy, Creeper. Okay.
His name?
Yeah, his name is Creeper.
As played by?
Shia LaBeouf. He is there. He is in this movie, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. But he's in it for sure. And okay, I don't really know. They did something at the beginning, like some guy comes in. I think they're like bringing him on to be a fellow guy who brings them money. A little tax collector. And he's like scaring him, and then the guy's like, Shia LaBeouf's like, you know who I am? Doing his meanest, baddest voice he can. And then the guy's like, you're the devil. What does he say?
He says, you're the devil.
You're the devil,
which
right?
Shia LaBeouf requires in a, I think, deep Southern accent instead of
hard to tell.
Because I think he's supposed to be a Mexican.
Yeah, he's supposed to
There
be.
are moments where he has a Mexican accent.
Yes.
But at this point, he drifts into his accent from Fury. He says, I might be.
Yes, he does.
I might be the devil. I don't know.
I might be. You know, I never thought about it. I might be the devil.
Who know but me?
It's supposed to be one of those moments in a film where you're like, oh yeah, this guy is a badass.
Oh,
but instead you're like, this guy is a wiry old prospector.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. You have him down. Wow. Minor 49er from Scooby-Doo Monsters.
And then next thing you know, they're driving around town talking about their macros, which I enjoyed.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting their cashews and lean proteins on.
Yeah.
And, there's in between, I guess, collecting taxes, which is intimidation racket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is parlance for intimidation racket. They also do some MMA fighting and then some dress purchasing for the lead character's daughter's quinceañera.
Yeah, I was confused on who anyone was the whole time. Like, I kept thinking the mom of the wife was the wife, and then the daughter was the mom. I was like, what?
Yeah, Elpidia Carrillo shows up in an oxygen mask. George Lopez is the family patriarch, which
he's the Tio.
I was ready for George Lopez in the Paul Sorvino Paulie role, but you know what? Not half bad.
No.
Spoiler alert, I was ready to see his decapitated head in an icebox.
And hand. His hand is just sitting next to his head with a little ring on it. Yeah. He's like, hey, how are you, sailor? What else happens, Michael?
Yeah, I don't even remember. There's so little tax collecting. I was excited for the tax collecting. You don't call a movie Tax Collector and not have taxes, okay? There was very little of that. But then, what's his name? Cotiha?
The devil.
Conejo.
Cambria.
Cambria. Yeah. There's a bad guy who shows up who is absolutely atrocious. He's just like, I'm tough. I'm evil, and you better get with it. And you're like, ugh, okay, sure. Why not?
He does indeed practice Santeria.
Oh, yeah. The guy's like, I felt something demonic on him, and he was right. He's like full on cutting chickens' heads off and killing women who are naked for some reason. Like, just because. Why not? But so, yeah, all that's going on, and then things get bad. Really freaking bad. They're going against Cotiha in an ultimate showdown, but it's not really Conejo, whatever.
I think Cotiha is like a crumbly Mexican cheese.
Yes, I love that cheese. That cheese was better than this whole movie.
It is.
I'd rather have a pinch of that cheese. Okay, anyways, this is what sucked about the movie.
Go on.
The plot, I'm going to tell you why it sucked. They're like getting ready to like all of the what are they called? Soldados? What is it?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Soldados.
Well, they have all the whatever those guys, and they're like, we're gonna take him out. And Shia's like, I'm the baddest one of them all. But then they all get attacked by that bad guy, and
just immediately
they're all killed. And then Shia gets like blown up and. He's like, oh, my back. He like can't move. And then he gets captured and tortured.
Yeah.
But then they tell David he's torturing him, and he's like, oh, no, you better stop. And then they crush his head. They just smash his head with a shoe. I was like, great role. Anyway. Then David, okay, blah, 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 blah.
I really don't remember what happens after Shia LaBeouf dies.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Michael remembers.
I remember. David, and he's like, we got to get all our kids, blah, blah, blah. And we got to get the money we buried, blah, blah, blah. Then the wife gets killed. Oh, shit. And then David finds out, and the bad guy has their kids. And then they join up with the black gang.
Yeah, the Bloods.
The Bloods. And then the black people save the day. And that was one thing I liked about this movie.
Yeah.
The evil black people really shined in this one.
The people destroying their community with drugs.
Yes.
Saved the day.
I feel like I've exhausted this plot. The movie ends, he calls his dad, he's like, I don't want to be this, and the dad's like, you are this, and he's like, I don't want to, and then it just ends. That's it.
You're me, son.
It really just ends.
Yeah, just okay.
The sundry twists of this movie that are supposed to be the selling points are,
whoa,
kill the best actor that you probably paid to see the movie halfway through.
Yes. Which
to me, it's like, I feel like David Ayer is the director of this film who specializes in only one genre of film, which is ride along in cars or tanks movies.
Ooh.
It's just dudes talking to each other in tanks or cars.
Yeah.
And the one time he deviated from this formula was Suicide Squad, one of the most unwatchable movies ever made.
Oh, truly.
Which I feel like this movie is at least back into the watchability spectrum. Maybe not. But for me, I at least was able to chuckle at the opening titles looking like a Juvenile album cover or a Master P album cover. I at least was able to revel in the sheer torture of a lot of what I can only assume are non-actors.
Yeah.
I don't think that drug lord was an actor.
No.
not.
I don't think a lot of the people that showed up were actors. I saw a bunch of MMA fighters I recognized.
Oh wow.
As actors or in roles. But at least he didn't stray from the comedians riding in tanks or cop cars with with in this case M16s and macrobiotic food sources.
Yeah.
But and then this our other twists are and I don't even understand this twist.
Yeah.
The big drug lord wizard.
Yes.
Who's played by Jimmy Smits, which I'm supposed to care about. I like Jimmy Smits.
Sure.
I'm supposed to care about Jimmy Smits. We're supposed it was supposed to be shocking that was his son, I guess.
No.
Yes, it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
It's also supposed to be surprising that it is Jimmy Smits, but he doesn't look very much like Jimmy Smits.
Is he the guy who's in Star Wars?
Yes, prequels.
Yeah.
He's like a senator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I've seen him somewhere.
I'm decrepit, so he's still NYPD Blue Jimmy Smits to me.
Yeah.
But it's a strange flick, and I guess we'll go ahead and get to it. Our Yairo, our mystery
Let's do it.
Best thing of the picture. Sean, kick us off.
This is crazy.
What did you like about this movie? I know you're not a LaBuffer like myself. I'm a LaBuffer fluffer. I know this isn't your guy, and I don't know if you're as into this genre as I am. But what did you think of the David Ayers, the tax collectors?
Not much, but I did have things I liked about it. One, when Conejo's henchmen came out, they had like the Mexican band outfit. Like if you see a Mexican band in the movie, they have the cowboy hats and they have the Western shirts, but they also had cool skull masks and shit. And I liked that. I liked that outfit that they were like sort of dressed like, traditional Mexican band, but
now, you
also
can't beat luchador hood mixed with Mexican cowboy hat.
Very cool.
It was spooky. I liked it. It was badass.
I liked it too.
That was my most favorite. I will get to the others later. Michael, what was your most favorite?
My most favorite part of this movie? You want me to pick?
Or any movie. Just tell us your favorite part of any movie that's ever existed.
That's great. Okay, I'm gonna try with this. There were oddly some shots that were good. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like, this is kind of pretty. Like, I kind of like the shot with David and his grandma or whatever, where like the light was like shining through her mask. It was kind of nice. And there were a couple nice shots in the movie.
That's very kind of you to say.
Well, because when it started, I was like, what is this? Like a bad Netflix show? Like, it was shot so it just didn't feel cinematic.
Yes.
It looks like an expensive yet very bad episode of and you guys may not be familiar with the show, of The Shield. There was a TV show called The Shield. And I actually think that the guy who plays the drug lord, I think I read that he's like a rapper, and his music was featured in the TV show The Shield. I think I read that somewhere, and I forgot it, and now just remembered it live
circle.
on the air.
Yes,
he seems like he could be a rapper.
Yeah.
To me. Did you have a most favorite part at all, John?
Oh, yeah.
Did I? I had a lot of favorite parts.
Oh sweet.
Dang.
First of all, Shia LaBeouf's entire like ensemble as an actor, from clothes to cauliflower ears to real tattoos to like lower like Marietta, Atlanta suburbs Mexican person voice.
Yes.
Drifting in and out of an accent like Christopher Lambert in The Highlander. Complete chaos.
Amazing.
Hey, Vato. Hey, what's up,
Vato? At the
Vato?
same time, like, he's the only actor in the movie. Like, him and George Lopez are the only good parts. Yeah. And I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could feel what David Ayers was going for. He's going for this, like, Billy Freakin' To Live and Die in LA. I'm gonna kill the protagonist halfway through the movie and blow your fucking mind.
Yes.
Like, he's because the way he's killed, like, rather unceremoniously. It's supposed to be like a very it's a very fucked up scene where you're watching the death along with the actor. The protagonist. You're watching Shia LaBeouf die, and by the way, Shia LaBeouf goes full fucking frontal for this.
Yes.
fucking
Oh
movie.
yeah, weird.
Like,
dick balls.
Well,
Shia LaBeouf thinks he's in a different movie than he really is.
yeah.
Yes.
Like Shia LaBeouf is like, I am in reverse training day. This is my fucking
This is
Denzel
it.
Washington.
This
Snatch
is
the
my
life out of
chance.
you. Oh, I didn't know you like to get wet. Role.
Yeah.
But instead, we're just watching like, honestly, like one of the more, except for the aforementioned Mexican luchador cowboys throwing nail bombs into the MMA fighting den.
Yes.
We're watching one of the most dull movies you can.
It's
you can
very dull.
Yes.
Endless quinceañera scene.
Yes.
That has a goddamn Mambo number 5
Yes.
smack dab in the middle of it.
Yes.
And then I'll get to my my low man of the movie.
Already?
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
but I did think of a year that I wrote down in my notes. I don't know if you want
nice.
me to interrupt you.
Lay it on us.
Go for it.
Okay, my favorite. It was a line. There was a line delivered by Shia himself, and it's at the quinceañera. Is that right?
See, did it?
Yep. Where the evil lady shows up, and at first I
Yeah.
had no clue what was happening. They're like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Who?"
Gotta be a non-actor.
Yeah, I didn't know who that
Yes.
was.
Just some
I'm
hot
like,
lady.
"What?" Some hot ladies here. And then when she leaves, because she's like the psycho, David's like,
Mhm.
"Yo, she'd be perfect for you, bro." And then Shia goes, "I'm
World
not gonna
builder.
lie." He says, "I'm not gonna lie, my boy. I'm intrigued as fuck." Like he does like that fake Mexican accent. I was like, "What?"
Hey man, I'm really intrigued by this lady. But then he
Anyways,
turns it off. He turns it
yeah.
on and off.
I loved
And
I
on
loved
and
that.
off.
That line just stuck out to me.
I really wish that Shia had done as much cocaine as Al Pacino during the making of Scarface and had just basically gone full Cuban face.
Yeah,
Like, just go all the way. Like, just be a Mexican man.
I agree.
I realize that it's 2020. You can't do that anymore. I'm sure he has like a backstory where like he just uses that accent because he's around those people so often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he's code
I
switching.
wish he had just gone full fucking Mexican. Just be a Mexican male.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
man.
Shia LaBeouf. You
Mhm.
can do anything you want at this point. You've worn a bag over your head for incredible periods of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do it all. Your career is apparently infallible and invulnerable because nothing like multiple plagiarism scandals and saying racist shit to a cop didn't end him. You can do
Nothing.
anything at this point.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I mean,
and he tattooed his body for real. It's like, go ahead, get a spray tan. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
yeah, absolutely. For Fury, he extracted a tooth. For Fury,
Thank goodness that really sold that character for me.
and to me, that's up there. Here's the great commitments to acting. You've got
Yes.
Robert De Niro gaining an incredibly unhealthy amount of weight to play Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull.
So you
You
can
got
say bad
Christian
grandpa.
Bale losing an incredibly unhealthy amount of weight to play whatever the fuck that role was in The Machinist.
Mr.
Yeah.
Machines.
You have Jim Carrey removing the cap on his tooth to play Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
And now we have Shia LaBeouf tattooing and well, if he had cauliflower at his own ears, he'd be
Yeah.
up there.
They looked pretty fake. I'll just bring that up. To
Yeah.
me, I was like,
Yeah.
those aren't real ears. They're not.
Well,
I mean-
I think this is another one of those movies where like budget is a concern because I feel like
True.
if they had like that end of watch, like Denzel money, you know, Training Day money, this movie, maybe we get to see some fucking tax collecting, but instead we get like 2 set pieces where it's just like
Yeah.
a nail bomb being thrown in that kills everybody all
Yes.
at once.
And I also felt like they introduced stuff like way too late. Like the fact that David like did this like jujitsu or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
That like came in like the last 30 minutes, and they were like, we need something to like make him overcome the guy at the end. It just felt
Yeah,
so.
I
weird.
don't think they need that. I mean, there's so many things that aren't needed, but you definitely don't need to know that he does judo or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you see someone be strong in a movie, you're not like, I wonder if he's really studied. Do you think he's really studied? I don't know. Honey,
Yeah.
do you think he's really studied jujitsu? He's doing the moves, but I don't know if he really learned
Look.
it before we watch this movie.
You just don't understand David Ayer's mindset. He likes jujitsu. He likes waterboarding. He has to film an ending that includes having like a water sack on someone's head and jujitsu and motivational speaking from a jujitsu sensei.
Yes.
Simple. This is just the shit he's into. He's making the same movie relentlessly. I will admit, I love Training Day. I love End of Watch, and I even love Fury. Yeah. But the intermittent movies. Have you ever seen the Christian Bale version of this movie?
No.
He made one. It's just another dirty cop movie with Christian Bale doing like a Boston accent, and it's so fucking poor that it's like almost impossible to find.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I saw
unwatchable. But David Ayer's like, his career to me is interesting because like sometimes this like overly peck and polish machismo works out, and then sometimes you get that Arnold Schwarzenegger in a tank movie because he doesn't have a tank. He's got 2 tank movies because Arnold Schwarzenegger drives a tank with Joe Manganiello into a house in a film.
What? That one's so bad.
I never saw that.
So long as he has like 2 like grunting alpha males in a car or a tank, Ayers is at home. But now I'm gonna get to my my low man of the movie.
Do it.
You gotta put somebody in the goddamn tank or car with Shia to talk to.
Yeah.
You can't have Shia playing the strong silent type, bouncing his to me considerable acting gravitas off against. I've never seen that guy in a movie. I don't know who he is.
No,
he must be a male model or something because he's got nothing in the way of chops or charisma.
Yes,
and to me, just totally sinks the movie. There's nothing you can do with it. He's the wet paper sack at the end of the film.
Yes, and he's the main character, so that's a bad. It's bad when the main character is just not at all likable or interesting. And you don't care about his family dying, really. They're like killing his family. You're kind of like, I don't care. Who cares? Okay. Just let him die. It doesn't matter. Michael?
Yeah, I agree.
Would you tell me your low man, please?
Ooh, my low man. I think maybe just the overall concept of gangsters being religious.
Oh, yeah.
That's always my least favorite. It's like, I kill people and torture them. Oh, but I believe in God. Yeah, I pray. Oh, please protect us as we take this stolen money.
Rubbing chicken blood on your nuts before battle.
Well, I get the bad guy even more than the good guy. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because at least he's just like a dude who cuts ladies' heads off, and of course that's what an evil person does.
Do you think that Ayers went to Shia and was like, "Here, you're gonna play David"? And Shia was like, he did. No, I'm playing fucking Creeper.
Yeah. And also, he's got a diet. He's on a diet, and he's into meditation. He's into meditation. He used to do acid, and he's really figuring shit out.
Well, I think too, the choice to kill him is not like, it's like you brought it up, John. It felt like he was going for something else has already done, like, and it didn't have the impact. It was just like, okay, he's dead. Yeah, and he was the only borderline interesting character just because he was so weird.
You guys need to get on the Buff Daddy's dick. Shia LaBeouf is one of the best actors we got.
No, he was doing great for what it was, but that character was just like this, like, let's just make him have a bunch of weird stuff, and
it was honestly disappointing. Like even Shia in this movie is pretty disappointing, but when you got absolutely nothing to work with, like, and his character is just not, like, he's not given a lot to do, and Shia is one of those guys who, like, would obviously prefer to be a character actor. Yeah. But I have terrible news. You are what passes for a movie star in today's world.
Yes.
And they're somehow still bankable, I guess, until now.
Somehow.
But it's just kind of the movie is also every shocking death, every like quote unquote shocking death in the movie is shot confusingly.
Oh yeah, even when Shia gets his head kicked, I was like, "What? I don't." Or when he's like getting hammered, like his legs. I was like,
"What's happening?"
Yeah,
I can't see
I saw a dick though.
Yes.
When David's wife is killed, like behind him, I couldn't even tell what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
I rewound it 4 times. It's like they killed his wife.
What?
I think they killed his wife.
Yeah, I think they probably killed his wife.
Yeah, I think so. After watching,
they killed his wife. I have a lot of Lomans, so I'll go through my list. One, I will tell you how much this movie cost to make.
Okay.
Which will really disappoint you.
Uh-oh.
It cost $30 million
to
make this movie.
Wow.
And you know how much upgrade cost? $5 million.
Oh my gosh, you could make 6 upgrades.
You have to stop doing this, Sean.
It needs to be noted when a movie is this much worse than Upgrade and costs 6 times more. It has to be noted.
This was $30 million.
That's
$30
insane.
million.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
Where did it go?
I think
it
Shia
must be
LaBeouf
Shia.
got like $15 million.
He must have.
How much is George Lopez counting? How much did it cost to get George Lopez in this bitch? Because I don't know where the money. How much did those tattoos and cauliflower ears cost?
Yeah,
I don't have any idea where the money went.
I want to ask the chat if you can think of any other Mexican or Latinx comedians that should have been in this movie along with George Lopez. Because George Lopez, we needed more comedians in this movie.
Yes,
and
put
less
Fluffy
MMA
in there.
Fighters.
Yeah, Fluffy.
Okay, more bad things. There's lots of bad things.
More.
So at one point, Conejo says, "Everything you love is gonna die real bad," which is just an insane line.
Bad.
But he says it. He says it like he means it.
Yeah, he does.
But you don't understand why he says it. Judo flashbacks. So let's say jujitsu. Whatever he's doing.
Whatever.
Ground fighting. He's on the ground. He's doing the ground and pound. And he's about to be killed by Conejo. He's in a bathroom. They've smashed each other with parts of the bathroom with like sink parts and shit.
Wait a minute.
One of the good parts.
They've
Yes, Michael.
smashed each other with parts in a bathroom is a very out of context is very interesting.
They smashed each other with their dicks in a bathroom. No, they smashed each other with a sink, essentially, in the bathroom.
They even threw in the kitchen sink.
They literally threw in the kitchen sink. And he's got water. He's getting waterboarded. He's getting killed, and he is saved by flashbacks of his wife looking into the camera, and flashbacks of judo. He suddenly remembers oh shit, I can do judo.
Wait a minute.
He has a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, he has a Neo I know Kung Fu
That's
moment.
Great.
And then he kicks out and he beats him up. And then this is actually one of the good parts, which I should have said in my B Flame Euro. Mm-hmm. He gets the sink and he crushes his head with the sink. He hits his head like 3 or 4 times with it. They don't show the head crushing, which is disappointing.
Yeah,
but
they
he
need
does
to show it.
If you're gonna, I think that's why they were not showing the hammer stuff, is because it's maybe too gruesome.
I guess.
But for it to just be confusing is weird.
Yeah.
It's like, we know he's getting hit in the knees with a hammer. We're still feeling the bad feelings of seeing someone get hit. Just show us the knees getting crushed. Let's have some fun.
This movie made
Michael.
me question if I really am desensitized, because I was like, okay, it didn't register as like even a graphic.
Yeah.
I was just like, this isn't doing anything. I don't know. And I have to say, I'm tired of head crushing. I feel like every movie's like, okay, we're going to have a scene where someone just loses it and crushes a head. And this movie had like 6 of those. Like the black guy gets mad at that one dude and like kicks his head.
Oh, yeah.
There's just so many. I don't know.
We live in like a post Bone Tomahawk, post Tarantino's latest spate of violence world.
True.
You're going to have to like start actually skinning people alive to shock me.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get Cannibal Holocaust on my ass to make me feel anything, I'm afraid. I mean, I'm pretty sure in like children's games you can like the X button means cave in opponent's skull. So I'm not really worried about Shia LaBeouf being hit on the thighs with a hammer. It's not doing anything for me.
Hit him on the thighs. Hit him on the thighs real bad.
Get his thighs.
I mean, I had to watch James Bond, of all people, get slapped in the nuts with a giant rope in Casino Royale like 50 times.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's body horror, okay?
I have a great story. I saw that movie. I think I was in high school. I saw that with my mom, and she turned to me during that scene, and she goes, "Why are they spanking his butt?" idea of that.
Is that when you had to tell your mom how you were created?
Yes. Yeah.
You had to explain to your mom about the penis and the vagina and the gonads.
There's balls.
There's also
Mom, there's
balls.
this thing called balls. Some people call them testicles. Almost no one calls them testicles.
No, they're balls.
But they're balls, and if you get hit in them, you really dislike it. You're pretty unhappy.
It's not good.
You go, ooh.
They're warm orbs of pain.
That's good.
Actually, you should have just like poked your mom in the breast. You see?
It's like this, but lower and smaller.
Yeah, for some.
For some, yeah.
Okay, more bad things. I gotta get through this whole list of bad things.
Going. You're fine.
At the end, for some fucking reason, after David has had his big moment with his dad, who apparently is Jimmy Smits, he looks right at the goddamn camera.
Oh.
Fucking, I don't know why.
Not actor.
But why does he do, okay,
Awful.
David Ayer must have seen him do it and said, maybe that'll seem, why would you break the fourth wall in this movie that is not at all postmodern? Is this a postmodern movie?
No.
It couldn't be. Is it?
I don't think so.
But he looks right at the camera, and I have no fucking idea why. It's almost like he's going, oh, I just met my dad. Oh, uh-oh. Because there's no other meaning.
Yeah.
I think David Ayer is getting high on his own supply at this point.
Maybe.
You may be right.
I don't
know. If we're going to find out that David Ayer, if you find out later, 2 years from now, David Ayer picked up off Skid Row freebasing crack. Not shocking at all. He'd just be like, oh, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Tax collector.
Checks out.
That was
David
the first
time. Gonna find David Ayer pretending to be either a cop or a Mexican man.
Please.
Wandering the streets of Hollywood.
Whoa. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm David Ayer.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I gotta admit, I do want to ride in a car or tank with him though. Just once.
Wow. Just once.
Yeah. He's an ex-military dude, right? Is that why he does this?
Oh.
I don't think so. Well, I think he's an ex-cop, which cops want to be military dudes. So.
You're right. That's
hey, to all the cops in the chat, do you want to be a ex-military dude?
Hey, to all the cops in the chat, all the cops listening,
yes,
do you believe that you should be defunded? Just let us know. Most cops want to be funded, but if you don't want to be defunded, just text us or tweet at us. Send us a tweet.
Yes.
More bad things. Okay, this is my last bad thing. And this is the worst thing of all, probably. 30 million is the worst thing of all. This is like the second worst. It made me wish I was watching Sicario 2, which is not a good movie. But
yeah.
Better
I
than
will
this.
say Sicario is better than this because it goes all the way the fuck off.
Oh, wow.
It's like kind of a bad movie for like an hour. And then for some reason, characters come back from the dead. They start throwing hand grenades into people's windows, blowing people the fuck away. It gets insane in a way that this movie doesn't get insane.
Yeah.
Sicario is like misplaced nihilism that doesn't really work.
Yes.
From the guy who made Gamora, that guy has a thing he does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really work because it's like nihilistic nihilism. It doesn't have, as a piece of art, it doesn't have any meaning. Whereas this is like shitty, smart. It's like shitty version of Marty Scorsese's like bizarre criminal Catholicism metaphor that doesn't really work. Although, because it's a movie where like people get shot and nail bombs are thrown into packs of MMA fighters.
True.
I would still rather watch this than Ratatouille or any Pixar.
I actually thought of another bad thing. I thought I was going to be out of bad things, but you made me think of another bad thing.
Oh, wait. Can we have a quick commercial break for what's going on in the chat?
Sure.
Reap, bop, reap.
Chad,
what do the kill donkeys have to say?
Well, yes, the kill donkeys are all they're going nuts over here. I can't keep them under control. Chad Ryden, king of the police, as we all know, he has written in, "Yes, please defund us, polices." So
that's the
official ruling. We are defunding police. So
He owns every Police Academy movie,
Sorry.
so technically he is a member of the police.
Yes.
Is there any other chat stuff that we need to learn about, Michael?
He said, yeah.
That's a solid comment.
He also earlier said, I hated this movie and I'm kind of mad at you guys for making me watch it, which I totally get that.
Yeah.
Chad, listen.
It's
Was
part of
the
the
movie
fun.
good? Certainly not.
No.
Did you see Shia LaBeouf try to act with what could only be an underwear model in a blinged out Suburban while eating cashews and mackerel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
You did.
You didn't enjoy that, at least on some level. Perhaps ironically.
The part
I find that hard to believe, Jeff.
Well, I mean, the part alone where Shia gets mad at the guy for like coughing or whatever, and he like comes up with a drill and he's like,
yes.
Okay. Or he's like, I'm sorry, I stepped on your shoe or something. It's so stupid.
Hey, sorry I stepped on your shoe, dude.
Weird question, guys. Was this movie too short?
Oh, wow.
Fuck no. I mean, it felt so long. It's actually, for a movie, the perfect length of a movie. It's like 96 minutes.
That's true.
Which is how long every movie should be.
I love it. That's my
But
favorite.
somehow this was too long.
Yeah.
What if you cut out the Mambo number 5 scene?
Yeah.
Which one?
The entire quinceañera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just edit in some of Shia LaBeouf's scenes from Fury and Even Stevens.
Yeah.
And you create a backstory.
Oh, I like it.
Backstory.
Ooh, and the movie ends with him getting his head crushed because it's from his perspective.
Oh, yeah.
It ends with him calling that black police officer the N-word in that
wow.
that his career somehow recovered from.
He survived it. Maybe it ends like Last Temptation of Christ. So he gets his head crushed, and then like the film goes weird because he's dying.
Yeah, I love it.
I like it. Let's do that.
I think we made it better.
Let me tell you the other bad thing I thought about while we were talking about bad things.
Okay.
This is another good bad thing. So, the religious main character is bad. We can agree that is bad.
Yeah.
But in like a real like 17-year-old writing trick, Creeper is an atheist dude. I don't even believe in God, dude. Yeah. So you can talk about God all you want around me, but I don't even believe in God. Like when I see people die, I know they're going nowhere, dude. So it's fine, man. I don't care. When I kill them, nothing happens. It's cool, dude. That part also sucked. I mean, there's so much stuff that sucks.
Very much sucked. It was just not interesting. Like everything was so surface level. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, you should believe, even though I'm a criminal. It was just so weak. It was like, ugh. And the symbolism was just so lame. I'm so sorry. It just wasn't interesting.
It also doesn't do anything interesting. I mean, that is like so many of Scorsese's movies, and it's a lot of Schrader's movies. Like, there's so many different people whose movies that thing is. Like, where it's like, okay, there's
in the words of one of our gods, Paul Schrader, artistically weak. Trite.
Yes, it is trite and artistically weak. It is that, exactly.
Trite.
But there's a way to make that thing interesting because you can go, okay, there can be some kind of internal struggle, but there is no struggle for him. He has no struggle. He's just perfectly fine with being a killer, but also loving God and like doing little crosses on his kid's forehead and doing stuff like that. And he doesn't see how that would be weird.
No.
He doesn't understand how in the Bible it says thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not steal and all that like really obvious stuff.
Like, nope, that's fine.
He just looks at that and goes, well, I don't need to reconcile this even. I just get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I get, but it all makes sense to me.
Yes.
John, Michael, fellows.
Oh, yes, sir.
Do we have other things that we need to say about this movie? We've really shit on it.
Yeah.
Do you have other things that you need to drop about this classic film, Tax Collector?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing I can think, like, I guess we already covered it, but they really just didn't do Creeper, like, right? Like I mean, that name ruined it instantly, but they could have, like...
Creeper's a bad name,
well, they never showed him, like, really doing anything, so you never felt like he was that evil or bad or intimidating. Like
they would show snippets of it,
but
they would never show you the full article, which I guess was an artistic choice.
I guess.
It didn't work. For such a stupid movie, this movie was very hard to follow.
Yeah.
Are we dumber than this dumbass movie?
I was forgetting
Maybe this movie is too dumb to be understood.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not our fault. Maybe it's the movie's fault.
Yeah, that's good.
This was like the what's that horrible Irish assassins movie that if anyone has a tattoo?
Oh, Boondock Saints.
This is like a stupid Mexican Boondock Saints.
Yes, it's pretty close to that.
Santeria Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
I think this and that Sublime song about Santeria are somehow the worst representations of Santeria, which, as I understand it, is a pretty frightening and easily poorly represented religion. So
yeah,
probably
that's saying something.
I think we've plumbed the depths.
Yes,
I think we've said anything we could possibly say about this movie. So I will ask you this, Michael.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with you? What sort of socials you got going on?
Oh gosh, my socials are popping off like New Year's Eve, baby. Okay, I'm on Twitter. I got back on Twitter after being kicked off for threatening to stab a friend with a stick. I still think that friend may have reported me, and we are not talking anymore.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't give a shit.
Name names, Michael.
I will name names.
Maybe you are the devil.
Maybe I am. Yeah, I'm on Mampy Hikes. I'm debating in the chat and you guys. I'm debating legally changing my name because I'm sick of being Michael. Who? Michael? What? So
this is the perfect time. We're about to get really famous.
Yes.
So we should all change our names now before because we won't have a chance.
No.
They'll think we're weird.
I have a few candidates.
Okay.
Okay.
You could just go by Mike.
Yeah.
You could go by Creeper.
A creeper.
Or you could. I mean, you could get very like Alpha and Omega. You could just be the devil.
Yeah, a devil is my alter ego Mampy is a devil, so it's quite perfect.
He is a devil?
Perfect.
Or he is the devil?
He's a devil. Okay, there are many devils, actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, get with it. No, I don't know. In made-up drawing land. But yeah, I'm Mampy Hikes on all the socials you could ever fucking imagine. All right.
That's really easy.
Yeah, that's easy. I ain't got nothing else, really.
That's perfect. That's all I need to know.
Yes.
If you're listening to this, you're probably on iTunes, but if you're not on iTunes, go over there and follow us, or whatever your favorite podcast app is fine with us. We don't care. And follow us on Twitch. We are twitch.tv/Food Court Movie Podcast. We do this show live, if you're not watching it live, every Wednesday at 10/9 Central. We are at Food Court Cast.
The Kill Donkeys.
Oh yes, the Kill Donkeys are in the chat. They're talking about the police and how, like all of us, we love the cops. We don't see anything wrong with potential things they're doing wrong.
Yeah,
we actually don't think they're wrong.
Pro-cop, anti-racial differences.
Yes. Little known fact about us: anti-racial differences.
Yes.
All creepers matter.
Yes, that's so true. We are Food Court Movie Podcast on Instagram. I think we're just Food Court Movie Podcast on pretty much everything except Twitter. So just find us, and I think I already sort of mentioned this, but we love reviews so much. If you're in the iTunes thing and you type us a little review and you say, "Oh, I didn't like this movie either, but I love Shia LaBeouf's balls. They're big and round, and I love big round things." John, do you have any parting words for the Kill Donkeys out there?
If you need a Shia LaBeouf fix, I urge you to reconsider. Don't watch this. Don't watch Indiana Jones and the Glass Monkey.
Yeah.
Is that right? Monkey Ball.
Monkey Ball.
Just pop in just pop in Fury. Just pop in a Shia classic. You don't need to go down this road. And if you have to, just get his like 16 minutes of speaking scenes on YouTube or something. Don't spend $14.95 on it.
Yeah, no, do not. Don't even spend $6. Watch Disturbia. Okay, back to the comments real quick. The chat. Joey 503 said, "Good shit, y'all." Which thank you very much. We appreciate
what?
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kill Donkey.
Yeah.
And he also said, "Watch Disturbia," which I think is a much better movie than this.
Okay.
Is that like the Rear Window ripoff?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm sure Shia owns it in that.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey,
Who's
Vato, what are
better,
you doing
Jimmy
next door,
Stewart or
dude?"
Shia LaBeouf? Jimmy Stewart or Shia LaBeouf?
I don't know. Jimmy Stewart.
Hard to pick.
It's hard.
I have your answer.
The voice.
You really want to hear Jimmy Stewart? No, you want to hear Shia LaBeouf make like hip hop references and do art installations and do the real shit. Shia LaBeouf. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bye appetit. Ending.